Hello people, Namaste. A very warm welcome to my channel today. And as you know from the video title, today's topic is sunscreen. And before we begin, please do like, subscribe to my channel if you find the content here useful. All my videos so far have been around skincare.
Who doesn't love beautiful skin?
Through my channel, my goal is to empower you all with the right knowledge in choosing the right skincare. Well, coming back to the topic, sunscreen. What is it? Do you really need it? Do you really need it indoors? What are all these labels on the packaging? I'm dark, I'm fair, I'm brown. I don't need sunscreen. Well, you do, girl. Every complexion, every gender, almost every single age needs sunscreen. And I'm gonna tell you why. Do you know 80 to 90% of skin aging happens because of sun?
That's a lot.
Yes, the harmful UVA and UVB rays can literally damage the most important proteins in your skin: keratin, collagen, elastin, all of which are responsible for soft, smooth, supple, firm, bright, and younger looking skin. And that being said, skin aging is of course an entirely natural process, but exposure to these harmful rays can cause premature aging. So you definitely need your armor. Now let's go back a bit and understand what these radiations actually are and how in the world they are able to do such damage to our skin. The sun, our life source, emits two types of UV radiations that reaches our skin, UVA and UVB. Both of these radiations are not within the visible spectrum that the human eye can see. And that makes it even worse because then you don't see them and you don't realize that they are present everywhere. UVA light rays account for 95% of these UV radiations and UVB for approximately 5%. And both of these radiations are really bad for our skin if we overexpose ourselves, and they both harm the skin in their own different ways. UVB rays aren't as skin penetrating, but they still can damage the outermost skin layers. They are not as ever present as UVA, but these are powerful. They are responsible for sunburn, discolorations, blisters. They also have a role to play in skin cancer. On the other hand, UVA rays are the most penetrating. That means they go deeper into your skin layer called dermis. And there they stimulate the production of free radicals in the skin, which not only stress skin cells but also break down collagen and elastin. Important to note, they can penetrate through window glass and clouds as well. We all know sunlight is crucial for human existence even from health perspective, as it helps in vitamin D synthesis along with others. That being said, we should still protect ourselves from these harmful radiations. And how would you do that? Try to limit your sun exposure. If you still have to go out, wear protective clothing. Cover your arms, cover your legs, cover your entire body. If possible, look for a shade, and if not, my advice is carry your own shade, carry an umbrella and your sunglasses. Wear a light color fabric when you're going out in the sun because then it will deflect most of the radiations. And most importantly, and the best thing you can do to yourself is wear a sunscreen, as they are formulated with ingredients that will either deflect or absorb these harmful radiations. Sunscreen by far is the best anti-aging treatment that you can give to yourself. If you are not using sunscreen, I'm sorry to say, but you are inviting a lot of premature aging. You know, all these treatments that you do to your skin like vitamins, retinols, AHAs, BHAs, exfoliation, whatsoever you are doing is all going for a waste if you're not using the final top layer of sunscreen on your skin. Because sunscreen is literally going to ensure that all the products that you have layered onto your skin underneath are working exactly they were supposed to work. Now, how do you choose a sunscreen? Well, I think you would say that what's there to choose? You can just buy the best of the brands. But here I'm not talking about brands, I'm talking about formulations that give each of these sunscreen different properties and how it sits on your skin and also how it works. So there are three types of sunscreen, or rather I should say there are four actually. Physical sunscreens, chemical sunscreens, liposomal lotions, and a mix of physical and chemical. Now, physical sunscreens or mineral sunscreens, they are predominantly formulated with either zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. Now, both of these ingredients are pretty good in giving you a full broad spectrum coverage, meaning protecting you from UVA and UVB rays both. And these sunscreen, they don't go into your skin, they actually just sit on top of your skin and they deflect these sun rays. That's how they work as a sunscreen. On the other hand, chemical sunscreens are formed with ingredients like octinoxate, octocrylene, homosalate, and a lot of other. These sunscreens, they go deep into your skin, and how they work is they absorb most of these radiations and they convert them into energy. Now, liposomal lotions are relatively a newer formulation. They are composed of nanoparticles that contain UV blocking components. They do also absorb the UVA and UVB radiations, but they work in a different way as compared to a chemical sunscreen. Also, their penetration level is lesser as compared to a chemical sunscreen. In terms of product penetration, physical or mineral sunscreen, they penetrate the least into your skin. Then you will have liposomal lotions, which is then followed by chemical sunscreen, which penetrates the deepest into your skin. So if you have a sensitive skin, I would suggest go for a physical sunscreen, as they don't penetrate deep enough, they just keep sitting on top of your skin. Now, this brings me to the fourth category of sunscreen, which is a mix of physical and chemical, and I would say these are the most widely available sunscreens right now in the market. They are a mix of both zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, the physical ingredients and the chemical ingredients. These sunscreens, they combine the magic of both physical and chemical barriers. They deflect the rays and at the same time they absorb all those radiations that are penetrating deep into your skin. But just knowing the type of sunscreen, unfortunately, is not enough. While buying, please read the labels carefully, which identifies the level of protection offered. And how to read that? I'm telling you now. To check if your sunscreen is protecting you against UVB rays, look for SPF along with a number. Now, SPF means sun protection factor. To understand this SPF factor exactly, imagine both my hands. One has the SPF 15 and the other one doesn't have any sunscreen. Now, when I expose both of these my hands to UVB radiation, say for 10 minutes, this hand, which has the SPF 15, will take 15 times longer time to tan or burn. That means if this tans or burns in 10 minutes, this will tan in 150 minutes. A factor of 15 times longer. Now, there are different sun protection factor ratings. There are SPF 15, SPF 30, SPF 50 or even higher. The higher the SPF only means the longer time protection it's going to give you when you expose yourself to these harmful radiations. Another very important thing to look for is the protection against UVA. And how you check that? Your sunscreen should definitely have ratings of PA++ or PA+++ or PA++++. If that particular sunscreen is coming from Japan or Korea. But if you're using a US based brand, it should just say broad spectrum coverage, which would mean that this particular sunscreen gives you protection against UVA along with UVB. As a standard practice, you should wear a sunscreen with a broad spectrum coverage and SPF 30. So I'm just going to do a small swab of all these sunscreen and just tell you, in my opinion, how do they feel on skin. So I'm starting with Cetaphil Day Long Liposomal Lotion. This particular lotion I have been using, say, for about almost 2 years now, and it sits beautifully on the skin. The only thing is that it does feel a bit sticky, but if you're wearing makeup on top, it's fine. You won't feel sticky once you put on makeup. So this one is quite watery, as you can see. The good thing about this sunscreen is it doesn't leave as much of a white cast, and I'm definitely going to buy it again. Second one that I have here is from Sebamed, and I'm just going to do another swab for it. This particular lotion, as compared to Cetaphil, does leave a white cast, but I think it's fine if you're wearing makeup because then it will not show. The next I have is from Banana Boat, and let's do a swap for it. Okay, so this one is a chemical formulation. It doesn't leave a white cast and it quickly absorbs into the skin. However, I don't use it on my face. I usually use it on my body. The fourth sunscreen I'm using on and off is CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion, and this is how it comes with a pump, which is good. Now this is a chemical formulation, and I would say that it does leave white cast. However, it's fine if you wear makeup. And the last one, my recent found love, is Bioderma 50+. This one is, it says it's a Photoderm Max SPF 50+, and the shade that I have is golden color. It is a tinted sunscreen and it gives a beautiful sheen to your skin, and it's actually more like a foundation, but it will not give you that kind of a coverage as a foundation. I would wear it on days when I know that I will not be wearing a lot of makeup, and I would just wear this and it just finishes my complete look. And that brings me to the end, guys. I will see you all in my next video. Until then, stay tuned, stay beautiful.